Yep, there's the Spirit's Refuge. Yep, yep. Time trick. I think we Mystic Shot on the Kindred. Oh wait, what if we do this? Did we find it? Did we find lethal? What do they have for 1 mana? Nothing. Did we beat Viego? Yes! Oh man, we just found it. Did anyone see that just now? Hey YouTube, how's it going? Royce here, and today we're going to be checking out a new deck, which is an Ekko combo deck. This particular build from a player named HDR Garretts on the NA ladder. So, a little bit of background on this deck. It felt like it kind of came out of nowhere about 3 to 4 weeks ago, maybe a little longer, but we haven't gotten the opportunity to play it yet. This is a combo deck that's focused around turbo leveling your Ekko, shuffling in your Chronobreaks, and then getting those Chronobreaks quickly to get a big swing and finish out the game. Chronobreak, well, let's just discuss these cards before we go into the rest. Ekko is a 4-mana 4/2 quick attack. On strike, create a fleeting Time Trick in hand, Time Trick being a 2-mana burst speed spell, predict, and then draw 1. So, in his unleveled form, Ekko is pretty fragile at only 2 health. It dies to Mystic Shot, it dies to a low-cost Thermo Beam, it dies to a Maokai Sapling. There are a host of things that target 2 health. So what we're trying to be doing in this deck is turbo leveling this Ekko so we don't have to play him until he's actually leveled up and is a 5/3, much more durable. Now, pretty much everything in this deck supports this strategy of leveling Ekko, and like I mentioned, once you do so, you're going to be digging for these Chronobreaks that are shuffled into your deck. Chronobreak, revive all allies that died this round, then rally. So we're going to get extra value out of this revive plus rally by creating a wide board with otherwise pretty weak units like Zilean, Aspiring Chronomancer, Fallen Feline, and Drop Border, and we're going to be buffing those up with Voice of the Risen. Since it's pretty easy to level our champion, all of a sudden, all of those units have a minimum of 3 power. So when you're swinging at the opponent with a board full of 3 or 4 or higher power units, they're going to be forced to block some of those down. You revive them back, and then you get another big swing, potentially for lethal. Also, every time leveled Ekko strikes, you get a 0-mana Time Trick. So guess what? You might have another Chronobreak coming before too long, before they get the chance to blink. The rest of the deck here is pretty much support for that strategy. Let's just run down the list. We're playing, I think, a total of 18 predicts outside of Ekko's Time Tricks. So we're playing a ton of predicts in this deck. 3 Feral Prescience, 3 Ancient Preparations. These are just here for early predicts that won't cost too much mana. Drop Border, a free 1/3 when you see it in a prediction. That sounds pretty good. Even if you just have to play this as a 1-mana 1/3, that's fine too. Fallen Feline, this is sort of an alternate win condition. Getting Hexite Crystal. A 2-mana, 2 damage, fast speed AoE is really, really strong. A weaker, slow version of this that doesn't hit face costs 4 and Freljord, and it's considered a premium card. So this is more than twice as good and definitely finds a home in this deck. So once the game goes on, we're not only going to be finding those Chronobreaks, but also Hexite Crystals from Fallen Feline. By the way, occasionally you will do this. It might be rare, but occasionally you will use Ekko's spell called Shot. Now this is just a slow speed draw 1, but down the road it gives you a parallel convergence. Start a free attack with an exact ephemeral copy of each ally. This is sort of a pseudo rally as well. Let's keep going down the list here. We've got the Fallen Feline, we've got Scrying Sands for more predicts, Aspiring Chronomancer for more predicts, Mystic Shot just because it's a good card, Ruinous Path to help draw into your combo pieces and also deal some burn damage. The Absolver to really push in with a strong Ekko. In the leveled form, while buffed by Voice of the Risen, Ekko has 7 power, so a lot of the time they'll just be trying to chump block him, and the Absolver sort of takes care of that situation and pushes in almost as if there were no blocker at all. a little bit more here. We've got 3 Time Trick and 3 Zilean. And I bring up Zilean as a support card because you're not necessarily aiming to level Zilean in this deck. I will say that he is less of a support champion in this deck as he is in some others. You just cycle so much, you draw cards so quickly, especially once you get a leveled Ekko going, that leveling Zilean, even potentially the first Zilean you play, is definitely not impossible. But just take leveled Zilean as an upside. He's mostly in here for the 2-mana predict and some occasional AoE from the time bombs as you slowly draw into them. I did mention though that sometimes it's okay to just let your first Zilean die, and the reason for that is shuffling time bombs is an on-play effect. Once Zilean is in play, there's no passive to shuffle more time bombs, so sometimes just sort of freely trading that Zilean off so you can play your second copy and now you have 8 time bombs in your deck, it becomes a lot easier to level the second and especially the third Zilean, so consider going for that play. Quicksand is in here just as a tech choice. It removes keywords. It lowers a unit's power by 4. This is, I would say that PNZ and Shurima don't tend to have the best combat tricks, so Quicksand is one of the better ones. It is sort of costly for mana, but this is really strong on something like a Pantheon, something like an Arsenal, especially if it doesn't have Spell Shield. And finally, we're playing 2 copies of Station Archivist. This is not only helping us dig for more predicts, things like Feral Prescience and things like Scrying Sands, but it can be pretty flexible too. It can help us get more card draw with Ruinous Path and Time Trick, which also counts as a predict activator. It can help us get some burn with Ruinous Path, sometimes pick up a Quicksand, I guess. But even more importantly, Station Archivist can pick up an extra copy of Chronobreak. So, all of a sudden, you don't just have 3 Chronobreaks in your deck, but you have a 4th or potentially a 5th with 2 Station Archivist. So once this deck gets going, it's really hard to slow down. It does a good job of generating value once Ekko is leveled if he goes uncontested. I would say that even at 3 health, though, he still is a bit fragile, so you might suffer to some early removal. So just try to have a backup plan. Try to be dropping Ekko on 4, but if they kill it, you need to have an alternate win condition in mind, and hopefully you haven't used all of the value in your opening hand and you're just out of stuff. Anyway, that's it for this deck. We're just going to go ahead and give this a try today. This will be my first time playing it. I understand the theme fairly well, but we'll only see in testing how it does in the current meta where I am in the ladder, which is Plat 2 or 3. So let's go ahead and get after it, and I will see you tomorrow and enjoy today's games. Bye. We're going to keep on going. Like I said, this deck is fun to play even when I lose, so I don't really mind it too much. Now, that Heimer Jace deck I was playing the other day, that was kind of maddening to lose with. I was like, I'm getting the curve I'm supposed to play. I'm getting, like, Production Surge Hextech Handler, or Hextech Handler Production Surge, and they just, like, deny it, and I lose. So that felt bad. Okay, so against Poros, yeah, we want to play our own game plan. We've just got to try to go faster than them, I guess. We could keep Mystic Shot if they... They'll keep a Mystic Shot in case they get overzealous with playing a Poro early. In Platinum, that happens pretty often. Okay. I'll offer the trade. Blockers don't do much in this matchup. Okay. And, well, I guess pressure is the reason not to do it. Chronomancer. Quicksand is pretty good against Poros. I don't want to meet whatever woke you up. My other options were Augmented Experimenter and I think like a Voices of the Risen. I'm not sure. So here they want to play Poro Herder, definitely, if they have a Poro in hand. Otherwise, Avaros and Sentry would be good. Yeah, there's the Poro Herder. Yep. Alright, so they should block with Herder. Yep. We'll see if they play a Poro down this coming turn. So this deck is playing, is it on Get Excited or Mystic Shot? Let me check real quick. Okay, currently the deck is playing neither of the above. Okay, so they've got a ton of Poros. They have, I think, 4 Daring Poros that we know of. Next round, though, they cannot Poro plus Iceborn Legacy, so they've set themselves back a little. Got a Time Bomb. So here we block the...
Let me show you.
If Poro Herder swings in on its own, we block with Aspiring Chronomancer, or okay. So do you want to take the value block? Is there something else I should be doing here? Yeah, I've got the Time Bomb. They're gonna have to Poro Snacks if they Poro this round. Yep. And then in response to that, I just Mystic Shot the Poro that comes down. They can double Poro Snacks. That would be okay. Zilean's at 1 out of 2. I don't think this is really a Zilean game, though. The best thing about Zilean is it would flip Voice of the Risen.
Let me get you that file.
Yeah, these Voices of the Risen, they get bricked pretty often. Okay, so that's an Iceborn Legacy, we think. Or a Poro Snacks. Or something. Next round, they're going to be on 5+1, so they can go single Poro into Iceborn. We can technically beat that with Voices of the Risen plus Quicksand. If they play another Poro, instead we Mystic Shot. Okay, so they're just going wider. Should have cast Mystic Shot there. I think they're thinking about just keeping their Poros more durable here, not swinging in. So if this game comes down to it, if they pass here, let's just remember on round 5, I did not Mystic Shot the 2/2 Poro. Alright. Worked out. Now they still have, is this their last Poro? Or do they have another one or two? I haven't. They played Daring Poro plus double Kennen, right? They're worrying about this Zilean, I think. They're worrying about the Zilean plus Voice of the Risen. They're worrying they're going to have to start blocking. But thankfully for them, they've got the Station Archivist, even if I do that. Yep, yeah, just take your damage. No reason to Time Trick here. Drop Border won't help. And we can't get anything for 0 mana. That helps. Might as well just save this. How's our Ekko doing? Ekko is not quite leveled. Awkward. If we draw a predict, like a cheap predict, we can time trick plus predict plus time trick into Ekko. That's an option. If we draw Ekko, that's even better. Okay, so neither of those happens. So we're hunting for Hexite Crystals, I think that means. Let's Fallen Feline first. Time Bomb would be good as well. At this point, that's mostly to... Hexite Crystal is to start to chip away at the board, but Time Bomb is more so just to try to level the Zilean. Okay, that's an interesting choice. Got the Time Bomb. Let's do that. Do you block anything? I kind of hope you do. I want board space.
What's the motive?
Nice. Nice. Do you have Poros next? Hopefully you have Poros next. Technically I could get Time Bomb, Time Bomb. They would be in trouble here. Alright, Zilean's gonna flip. There's not much they can do. Unless they're playing an unusual version with Mystic Shots and get excited. We've got the Quicksand plus Voice of the Risen block. If we see a... Let's see, they're going to be on 7 mana plus 3, so if we see a double Iceborn, that loses to double Iceborn. Oh, these just die? That's great news. They don't even have snacks. Okay. All of a sudden, this is looking like 80% in my favor. What could they have? What could they have? What could they have? I win on this next round, right? Well, one thing I'm still missing is I'm still missing another predict. So they're looking for their own Hexite Crystal, I guess, but I'll know as soon as they get it. That means they can't double Iceborn, which means it's safe to now block with a Voice of the Risen or a... Well, it's safe to block with anything. Plus Quicksand. I think we... They don't have a Hexite Crystal. So we can either Ekko or we can Voice of the Risen here. If we double Voice of the Risen, they're going to be forced to block me down, right? This is also going to get me another copy next round if Zilean survives. Okay, let's see an Iceborn Legacy. Yep. Swing for 6. Nice.
Real good to see you.
So this might just be an open attack here. If we open attack, then what can they do? They can't kill my Voice of the Risen because we have Quicksand on the offense. That's super lethal. Well played. Nope. Feels good to beat Poros. It's a very linear deck. Still not quite. We've got Overwhelm here. Nice, good game. I feel like I've been kind of talking non-stop through that game there. Yeah, I'm feeling hyped up, like I mentioned. Okay. We'll see how this matchup goes. I really don't know. We have time bombs, which are nice. We have Mystic Shot, which is pretty good. I want to keep turn 1 prescience. If I don't have an ancient prep, it's pretty good. I do have ancient prep. Okay, we've got a ton of predict actually. So we're pretty fine on that front. Nice. We've already got a Chronomancer, but do we take another? Oh, actually, this is really cute to prevent Ahri from striking. I just realized that. Let's take the Mystic Shot. We already have 4 predicts in hand. We're looking for like Fallen Feline here. Nice.
I don't want to meet whatever woke you up.
Okay, turn 2. Are they playing the elusive? The 2/2 elusive that recalls the droplet? They just play Ahri. Okay. I'll swing against an Ahri.
This is my time.
Catch me if you can.
Interesting. Yeah, so they're rating the aggro potential of this list pretty highly. But this Scrying Sands is going to be great. And yeah, we've got double Scrying Sands and Mystic Shot. I think I'll pass.
2 steps into moonlight. The silent death.
Yeah, I'm just going to block this here. Don't have a very good Kennen swing. Doing that on the stack, interesting. Okay, so let's toss our weakest unit into this. Scrying Sands. Let's pick up another Fallen Feline, very nice. We can go double Feline this turn, perhaps. If they play Recall, maybe we're just okay with it. I don't know. Okay, in that case, we'll Mystic Shot. This is guaranteed to kill the Ahri, and it prevents the droplet from bouncing. With that, they are getting pretty low in value. Us too, but we've got a lot of nice predicts coming up.
Just out of reach.
Yeah, this deck plays more aggro than I realized.
Time. I need more time.
Just full swing here, I think.
Watch out.
We might Scrying Sands on the offense. Against the Feyblade Twirler, perhaps. Ooh, that's interesting.
Want to see these moves up close?
So far, I'm okay with this. Throwing in your Dancing Droplet. Do you have the recall?
Let me see your technique.
Double recall? Double recall. Okay. Okay. In that case, we can't rescue this, so that's pretty interesting. I think we still want to predict this round, so let's do it here. We'll take another Feline. That sounds good. That might be a little overkill. Maybe I should have taken Zilean there. I'm not sure about that one. Yeah, this Feyblade Twirler is about to get pretty threatening. Let's see. Kennen is still pretty low on leveling.
Extra hands never hurt.
Ooh, they miss on the Kinku. That's amazing.
The crystal.
So we might just...
Every fighting manual.
Okay. So Kennen is at 2 for himself. He'll also be at 2 for Dancing Droplet. I have the option here of just blocking this and then scrying sands and not blocking the Beyblade Twirler. I'm interested in that. Okay. Kind of unfortunately no Hexite Crystal there, but we're due for one soon. We've played 3 Fallen Feline, and we're going to get Ekko down. Well, yeah, we can't play Ekko this round. So we're hoping for no Homecoming, no Will, no Concussive Palm. They've had some bad luck. Thankfully, at least on the defense, they don't have... They have a way to prevent this from striking, but they don't have a way to kill it. As far as I know. This is also the Shurima version, so yeah. Okay, just swing with the full board. This blocks here. I think that's fine. They're pretty likely to want to block with this anyway, even if I don't swing with the 1/1.
You call that sneaky? Don't want any trouble.
You have much to learn.
Alright, Kennen dies.
Ready.
Yeah, that looks better. They could block there and Homecoming. That'd be pretty good. You shouldn't block this one because this is dying to a lightning. Alright, I see what you're doing. Okay.
Here's our chance.
So we get in some decent damage. They're really looking for lethal soon, but it's hard. But they're about to get a Kinku Wayfinder. Ahri is leveled. So Ahri is their win con here. We have killed one, thankfully. We could kill something, that would be nice, but I don't see how we would. So here they can play Kennen, and then Kinku into another Kennen, and then Kennen is 1 off of leveling.
Think you're fast?
So they've got the Ahri.
I would
Ahri levels here. I think we just play this.
Now, what made you jump like that?
We're close to doing something good.
I am lightning. I break the wind.
Let's actually do this here in case we draw a Hexite Crystal. So here they can get 2 damage on Ekko. Okay, that makes more sense. I guess.
Underestimate.
Maybe.
I dare you.
They have a really nice Absolver here. They have 1 hidden card in hand.
Force surrounds
I think this deck plays 2 Absolver.
Pick on some of your own speed.
You could block here, but I don't think so. Is that... Okay, that was a misplay to put that to the right. It's going to get picked up and nerfed. Hi, Penguin. Thanks for tuning in. How are you doing today?
Here's our chance.
The world's heart beats with mine.
So I have good news for you today. I pre-recorded all my YouTube stuff. Tired? Yeah, I'm pretty tired too.
Underestimate. I dare you.
Thankfully, no Absolver there. We'll see what this gets us. Chronobreak. Okay. So we'll go for that. So we're hoping not to see another Homecoming here. Recall would also give me trouble, but they've already played double Recall. Nice. I'm never awake before noon, but I'm meeting family for lunch. Okay, so if you're never awake before noon, and you work pretty late, you work until like 7 or 8, do you work like 1 to 7 or something?
This is my future.
Okay, they just block. Hopefully they let the Chronobreak go off.
You call that sneaky?
No, 3 until 11:30. Oh, okay, so you were catching me on your, like,
Enough?
on your break before. Oh, nice. We got the strike. Amazing. You stay up until 3 a.m. You work from 3 until 11:30. Okay, so you probably wake up at, like...
Everyone here?
Oh, you sleep from 3 until noon? That's pretty nice. Okay, they can't get the stun super easily on the Ekko. We'll take another.
All coming back to me now.
Alright, do they have deny? Or notify? If they have deny, then we're doing okay. Ooh, nice. Now what? Do they have a homecoming? They probably shouldn't block this cat.
It will be done.
They block the cat, alright. Can they prevent this? Nice. For them, that is. Okay. Still got a little bit of play here. All right, they mark the cat. Yeah, so just with a too wide board, yeah. Fallen Feline. So it's got like this weird eye thing. But my plan. Meow. All right. Let's try again. Yeah, this is just too low impact, I think. You wake up at 1 p.m., so 8 hours. You stay up until 3 a.m. That would be a 10-hour sleep by my math.
Ready.
Okay. Kennen goes down. Let's get another one of these. Let's find a Hexite Crystal. That would be really good. Yep. No Hexite Crystal. Mystic Shot. Mystic Shot can interrupt the Ahri swing. If they don't have Absolver in that card or their top deck. You're not awake, remember? LOL. Yeah. Well, time is also weird because it's base 12 instead of base 10, right? I'm not sure if that's what base means, but I think I'm using that correctly. Okay, so we've got to Mystic Shot here. Hope for no Absolver or Twin. Your hours are weird, so math is hard. Yep. They've got 2 cards. We've already seen a Twin. So we've seen, we've seen 1 Twin. We haven't seen, I think they run 3 and they run 2 Absolvers. So they have 4 cards here that'll do it at least. This puts us to 4. So Absolver would win in 2 ways here. Yep, that'll do it. They also could have put it on the Mourned. Yep. Just got there, unfortunately. Well played. We started to get things done there at the end, but it was like too little too late. By the way, if anyone has any comments on plays I made during that game, any misplays you feel I made, yeah, it is what it is, you know. Card games are RNG as much as you can control it, as much as you can try. Overhamster, if you're still here, I actually have a question for you. If not, that's cool. But if you are, let me know. Drop order doesn't feel great. So we'll save this for a turn when we don't have a different predict. This Fallen Feline looks nice. Hey, so why does it say I have 0 Fallen Feline now? Is there a bug with predict where like once you see a card it says that it doesn't exist anymore? I think that's the bug. Because I played one, I drew one, and I saw... I actually didn't mean to play this. I meant to play Chronomancer. Okay, well I guess it's our Feral Prescience turn.
Cat?
Like I was talking about it, so I just did it. But we push one more damage that way. Alright, so they're on Whale in this deck. There's the Camivoran Soldier. Start with the Fallen Feline.
Time. I need more time.
I'm not sure if we block. I don't fully know. We might block with Fallen Feline. This deck doesn't play a way to shuffle these once they're dead. All it has is Rally. So I'm not going to get this right away. This is what I'm going to be playing next turn. Let's play another Predict. Okay, we never block that. And if we do, we chump block, or value block, I mean. Okay, 7 mana against their Shadow Isles Ionia. What do they want to be doing on round 4? Tasty Feyfolk. Unfortunately, the drop order doesn't get played. Zilean?
I don't want to meet whatever woke you up.
Never one.
Without the other.
Kindred, huh? Okay. So here we might try to kill the Kindred. With the Absolver. Alright, if we just swing in, they block 2. We push 7. We get them down to 10. 3 things will die. Yeah, we've got to try to kill the Kindred here. Are they just not offering it? Okay. So they draw some more cards. Still a pretty productive turn. If they didn't block with Kindred, then that means they just don't have they don't have Twin, right?
I do this for her. For us.
Don't have an Absolver block against that Viego. Do I block either of those? What if I just go Zilean? They double swing. I don't block. I look for some burn.
If we can undo what has been done.
We can, Timekeeper. Let me show you.
So here I'm gonna get in for... Right now I'm showing lethal. Well, I'm not showing lethal, I'm one-off lethal. Let's do that first.
You matter so little.
So they really want a Spirit's Refuge here. That would do a lot of work for them. Yep, there's the Spirit's Refuge. Yep, yep. Time trick. I think it's a Mystic Shot. Okay, so right now, I think they were at 10 after this. So they're still going to get the heal, but we're going to push 4 extra damage, so they're going to be at 6. So this will only take them to 4. Or a second Absolver would only take them to 4. I think we Mystic Shot on the Kindred. Even if it goes face. Oh wait. What if we do this? Did we find it? Did we find lethal? What do they have for 1 mana? Nothing. Did we beat Viego? Yes! Oh man, we just found it. Did anyone see that just now? Mystic Shot your own unit to prevent the lifesteal strike. Let's go. Oh my gosh. Sorry if I peeked the mic there. Did you see that? Parmalag? That was cool. That was plays right there. I'm kind of spent on a deck, and then I start making misplays and things just get bad. Oh, gross, Viego. Okay, but let's just remember, they don't have a lot of things they can do early, so tempo, tempo, tempo. Scrying Sands doesn't have any good targets. Alright, so probably Feline Prescience. We really got to get some predicts rolling here. So let's predict first and then Feline. Alright, we've got Zilean. Let's chain these together a little bit. On 1, what do they have? Do they play... Can they play Otterpuss? I don't think so. I don't know if they play any 1-drops. They can have Go Hard. There we go. Alright, we've got the Zil. Nice. Green Glade. Do I just Zil? Yeah, I Zil because I just block with my cat. Alright, predict. Technically.
The way is always the same.
As we practice, team.
Yep.
Bring the others. Affirmative.
On 3, they have Camivore and Soldier, and they have Tasty Feyfolk. I can't Mystic Shot into Ruinous Path. I don't have enough mana. Let's just Scrying Sands before combat in case we get a drop order. We don't. We'll take another predict. Swing. We have a ping for the Tasty Feyfolk. More likely a Camivore and Soldier, though. So we should be expecting an early Viego here, potentially an early Rumination, or an early Hydrovine. Hydrovine, I think, is 7 mana, so we might be seeing Viego on 5 into Hydrovine on 6. I'm not sure. Hydrovine might be an 8 mana card. Yep, there's the Soldier. So, very potentially, this could be a Viego here. Against Viego, do we Ekko block? Okay, no Viego, nice. Let's predict. We'll trade here and draw a card. Let's keep getting some crystals.
Rely on you to keep us safe. Don't touch it.
So here we're looking out for Vengeance. We're looking out for the box.
Slip through my pores.
We definitely pre-commit this Ekko. Try to go off. Viego is currently at 5 health, so you can safely strike the Viego. If they Viego Twin Discipline, though, I don't have Mystic Shot for it. Alright, let's get a free time trick. Ooh. Okay, what can I do here? So that gives me a time trick. What if I just Mystic Shot it? I lose my strike, but I keep my Ekko alive. Is that worth it? How much is my Mystic Shot worth? How much is the... I've shown my opponent this card now. Meaning I've devalued it. So let's just do it. Fizzles, I lose my strike, unfortunately. Absolver is flipped. I also have a kill on this Hydrovine. I'm hoping they offer the trade.
I don't want to meet whatever woke you up.
Nope. Pass. Alright, so do I ever time bomb first? I think I do. Let's just play this drop border. Let's strike with Ekko. Okay, not much I can do against that. They block with the other one.
Gotta focus.
Hoping to get the rally here. Is there any reason I need to push 4 damage? I don't think so. Yeah, let's go for a do-over. Time trick here is fine. Okay, there's the Hexite Crystal. Let's go for a time trick into rally. Hopefully. We have... Okay, we're out of chances since we played that drop border, so let's just get this Ekko. They know about the Hexite Crystal. Pass. Wait, no, let's do it now. So that these will die before Viego can see it. Right? I feel not too far off. Zilean is 1 out of 2. Barrel Prescience, okay. Kindred, huh? This is gonna die. One of these is gonna get marked, not the Zilean. I'm okay with that. Barrel Prescience. Do we go Voice of the Risen? We're not going to draw it this turn, I got to remember that. Let's get a Time Bomb. First pass. I don't care about that. So this is going to die. This marks the 1-3, that's fine. At this point, should I just play the Ekko? I think I should. They don't have a... They can't play around this anymore.
You were supposed to be here tomorrow.
They don't have 2 mana deal 3. I don't think. Yeah, that gets marked. Kindred is at 0 kills. So do we full swing here? Do we full swing just hoping we get the rally? Do we time bomb first? Let's time bomb first, I think. Board space, though. Board space is the problem. Depending what they do, we might overlay something with Voice of the Risen. We can go Voice of the Risen. That will leave us with 6 mana left. So that doesn't give us the option to Absolver. Alright. Let's do it this way. Overlay.
To speak and be heard. That is true power.
So now we have Absolver.
I do my own stunts.
Any of these will kill the Mask Mother. We've got some Overwhelm. We're showing lethal. You might have a rally, but we have to play for the rally. Still showing lethal. Still. Not anymore. Okay, so that's a good Overwhelm target, right? If I have Overwhelm, I'm still going to strike. They're not blocking with Kindred. Alright. What are our breakpoints here?
Did I freeze time again? Oh dear.
Let's see. I think this is the only one that might matter from Mask Mother. No, I'm not rallying. I'm not rallying. So let's keep this alive. Alright, that's pretty nice. We have some good draws here. Ruinous Path is good. Mystic Shot is good. Either of those probably win the game. Nothing else gets marked. Chronobreak, we can't Chronobreak. So that means that we... Zilean is dead. So we Zilean for Hexite. Also because of the level. Let's get a Hexite Crystal. Okay, let's time trick for a Hexite Crystal.
Let's not go back to that timeline. Oh, hello, Ekko.
Sup, Zil?
They don't have lethal in the open, which is important. I think. I think they don't have it. Yeah, they definitely don't have it. Alright, so can we get Hexite before that goes off? Hexite or Mystic Shot? Let's go. Yes, we got it.
All coming back to me now.
Hexite? Okay, now we need another. We need another one. Let's get it. We have a chance. Time Bomb. Okay.
Its heart beats fast.
A little bit of future firepower.
They're doing pretty. They're looking pretty healthy. We're gonna block with this Ekko. Okay. Zilean is gonna go off. We have to block there, right?
You never learn. Well, you had a future.
Ooh, do we block with Zilean? With Absolver? Potentially. Potentially. If we do that, we have more life. But no, we need Zilean for value. We need Zilean for value. Okay, thankfully no twin there. I lost a twin. I wasn't thinking about that. Okay, another time bomb. Cool. So will that give me this time bomb? I'm not sure.
Bright future, just as I've always known it would be.
So here we could potentially swing in with Zilean and double Absolver. Oh no, that doesn't work against this. Okay, doesn't work against that. Good to know. We really want to get this Ruinous Path to go off, which means we have to kill something. So Mystic Shot. Mystic Shot, okay. So I'm actually playing Mystic Shot here. Oh, but it's not considered fleeting. Okay. This is going to die to its own ability, not to a slay. So I Mystic Shot here. I draw a card. I know this is looking weird. Oh, but Viego's going to go off. Viego's going to go off. So this is going to get taken. Mystic Shot! We got the Mystic Shot. Which means we have another one next turn. Yes! We did it! Oh my gosh! Ah, this deck feels decent against Viego. Ah, Lurk. Gibby from iCarly. Come on, Gibby! Put your shirt on and play a real deck. Okay. So against Lurk, yeah, we keep one predict. By the way, whenever I'm like on my final game of the deck, you might have seen this already. And whenever I'm on my final game of the deck, and what am I trying to say? And I'm about to just end it, I always run into Lurk. We'll take a predict. We've already got a Hexite Crystal. So if they play something, I think I Mystic to prevent the Lurk trigger. Okay, we can't do anything about that. Oh! Let's go! They just surrendered because I started with Hexite Crystal. Let's go! 2 rounds earlier. Alright, rematch. I don't know if it's against the same player. So we like Chronomancer. So then you would have to use unleveled Absolver. That's right. And be out of mana for the time trick, and then I couldn't level him anyway. Yeah, good point. Here I think we keep scrying. Dunno, it was rough, yeah, absolutely. Scrying, yeah, it just feels like such low value. I know what I was just talking about, but I think I'm only keeping this one predict. Hopefully I find, yeah, Ancient Prep. Ancient Prep is a lot better than Fallen Feline here. Alright, and we got the Ekko, nice. But here they have a better draw. They have round 1 Frozen Thrall instead of round 2. Take the Zil. This is looking like good Ekko level. Maybe Ekko level on round 6. Like swing in level. I don't think you keep Fallen Feline in this matchup. Okay, good to know. Good to know. So we Chronomancer or Zilean. Let's Chronomancer for pressure. We are pretty sure that we're going to level the Ekko. So maybe we take Voices of the Risen for pressure.
I don't want to meet whatever woke you up.
Double Thrall. Nice. I almost passed there, by the way. That would have been dumb. Let's see if we see a third one. Hey, they have all of them. Let's go. So that's going to be kind of silly pretty soon. Do they have Lissandra? They do. Okay, pretty rough. So I think I actually Zilean first because I don't want to dilute my predict. Like I want to hold up mana if I get Scrying Sands here. All right, we got the Feral Prescience. So that means we're allowed to Fallen Feline here.
We can, Timekeeper. Let me show you.
Time. I need more time.
Also here we can burst level the Ekko so it doesn't just fall apart to Avalanche.
What do you call two time traveling birds, Ekko?
A paradox. Also.
Okay, they're below freeze. So we pre-level the Ekko. Let's do that right now. Nice. We'll take another one of these, I guess. So here I think I just full swing. They're going to get a good value block, but I just want to push some damage.
See what I've learned?
Yeah.
Relent,
Let's try to draw into a rally if we can.
foolish child.
Okay. So that's telling me they do probably have the Avalanche. They're already really low. That's nice. Do we skip? Do we Time Bomb? Time Bomb doesn't do anything there. I don't think we need another Voices of the Risen. Feral Prescience isn't good on its own to pick up. I think we skip.
Oh, right.
This is looking great. The matchup should be very favored, yeah. Yeah, it's looking good to me too. Alright, so we've got another Ekko if we need it. That's pretty good. Oh, there's the Chronobreak. Nice. Alright, nice. Redeemed. We redeemed we redeemed ourselves. Okay, so yeah, it seems like just turbo leveling Ekko. If we can play an Ekko on 4, then especially if we have the attack token on evens, then we're doing really well. Hey YouTube, thanks so much for watching. You just saw me play this Ekko Zilean deck. And before I actually go into the success of the deck, any sort of raw numbers, any sort of ratios that you should be thinking about, I just want to tell you this. This deck is so fun. There were some times when I was recording these games that I was losing 2, 3, maybe 4 games in a row, but even during those lose streaks, I still felt like I was having a great time. I still felt like there were usually some plays that I could have changed in retrospect. This is an aggro combo deck that's heavy on predict, and any deck that's heavy on predict will be very high skill ceiling as well. Especially once you level Ekko, you can get into some really fun chains where you have like a fleeting 0 mana time trick into a rally, into a strike, into another time trick, and so forth, and just cycle those things over and over. And yeah, we were actually able to do, I'd say, pretty well with this deck overall, especially considering it's not currently considered, at least by Mobalytics and RuneterraCCG.com, to be a tier 1 or 2 deck, so therefore I guess it would be like a tier 3 deck or below. And yeah, this deck feels amazing when you can turbo level your Ekko. So when in your mulligan, definitely look for those predict cards. Even Feral Prescience. I was kind of iffy on Feral Prescience. I was like, it's so low value. Yes, it's a 0 mana predict, but it doesn't do anything. But just getting that trigger to get Ekko leveled all the more quickly is really important. And there were a few games where I had the attack token on evens, and I was able to actually pre-level Ekko, get him down leveled, or get him down in burst level with Feral Prescience on round 4, into strike, into time trick shenanigans, and then I had the game locked up. The opponent had a really hard time coming back. So let's actually look through a few cards in this deck and talk about some changes that you could make. A lot of them I would say are pretty core, but I will focus on the ones that you could trade out. So I like Feral Prescience at 3. You could potentially go down to 2, but this is just, I think, so important to turbo level your Ekko that I would keep it at 3. Ancient Prep stays at 3. Drop Border stays at 3. Fallen Feline stays at 3. Is this sounding familiar? Scrying Sands is... This didn't often get a lot of value, but I will tell you it's very strong against unleveled Ahri. This prevents her from striking, so it prevents a droplet recall. It prevents her from getting in her quick attack, so you can just block Ahri, just like any other fair unit in the game, scrying sands, and then sometimes they'll be forced to recall their Ahri or to spend an early twin disciplines, which you can then react to. So yeah, scrying sands felt kind of bricky in some situations, really good in others, but still, it's just a 1 mana burst speed predict, and sometimes the effect actually does matter. Chronomancer was really great, pretty interchangeable with Zilean on round 2. Oftentimes I found myself with both of these cards though, but I would choose to play Aspiring Chronomancer first. The reason for that is I didn't want to dilute my deck with time bombs yet, and I wanted to exert a little bit more pressure with that 2 power instead of 1. So Aspiring Chronomancer sometimes makes a bigger difference on the board before you drop Voices of the Risen. What's next? Mystic Shot at 2. This felt pretty good. I could even see you going up to 3. Yeah, Mystic Shot is just great into Ahri Kennen. It's great into aggro. It's great against a few other key cards in some control decks. It's good against the 2-mana 2/2 that's played in Viego. I'm not thinking of the name right now. It's Greenglade something, I think. And then it's good against Twisted Catalyzer. So for all those matchups, plus the aggro matchups, I'd say keep Mystic Shot at 2. Ruinous Path at 2. Oftentimes this is just 2 mana draw 1, which feels pretty bad, especially at slow speed. If you're able to slay something, it has a lot of upside, and suddenly it looks like an amazing card. Like it looks like a card that should cost more like 3 or 4 mana. But yeah, just try this out for yourself. See how often this goes off. Like Ruinous Path feels like kind of a more like a win more card. Like once you've got your Ekko going, and once you've got Voice of the Risen going, yeah, you're going to be slaying a lot of stuff. Once you've got those time bombs going, yeah, you're going to be slaying a lot of stuff. But if you're having a hard time getting things going, Ruinous Path is just going to kind of like be a 2 mana draw 1, which feels bad. So kind of a high roll card. Definitely think about it. I liked Absolver at 3. There were a few times that I had to use this before a champion was leveled. So you could potentially go down to 2 Absolver. I actually saw another version of this deck by Nick Makes Plays, and that one was going much more value oriented. It was playing like Practical Perfectionists and the 3 mana 3/3 that buffs cards in your deck. I can't remember the name right now. So in a style like that, you can definitely go lower on the Absolver or even 0. But in this deck, it feels pretty good. Consider it at least 2 copies. Time Trick, mandatory at 3. Zilean, it's one of your champions. Quicksand is a flex spot. This felt really good against Poros. It felt pretty good against Frostguard Thralls in Taliyah Lissandra. What else? This is strong against Ahri Kennen because of all their elusives. It's not that strong against scouts, so keep that in mind. What else? Let's see. It can be decent, I guess, against Lurk if you're targeting their Overwhelm unit, or if you're like using this on the defense to try to kill a Pike, which is swinging in with Quick Attack. But yeah, it's like a 1 mana flex spot. So just try it out, see what you think. Station Archivist. So okay, let me tell you this. This deck actually started out with 2 Station Archivist, and again, thanks to HDR Garrett's for playing this deck on ladder. It originally started with 2 Station Archivist, excuse me, and no Augmented Experimenter. We lowered this down to 1 and played 1 Augmented Experimenter because this deck, especially if it can't get going, if you can't really level your Ekko, if they're able to prevent your strikes somehow, it can run out of value pretty easily. So just drawing 3 new cards can come in clutch sometimes. So think about Station Archivist and think about Augmented Experimenter. Both are options. I wouldn't say that these necessarily need to trade out for each other. Like, they do kind of different things. You could be playing Augmented Experimenter and go down on Quicksand, or go lower on Absolver, for example. Ekko, keep it at 3, obviously, and Voice of the Risen, keep this at least 2. It occasionally was kind of bricky. It was just a 4 mana 3/4 before I was able to level the Ekko. And by the way, it's pretty hard to level Zilean, even in this deck, even when you're turbo drawing. So keep that in mind. If you're not leveling Ekko, you're going to have a bad time. So in those cases, in those hands, when we drew 1 of these, even 2 of these before a level, it felt really, really bad, which is why you could potentially go down to 2. We're drawing so quickly that it's still pretty easy to find a 2 of card in our deck, And we didn't usually need to be playing like multiple of these out. And also, once you're actually using Voice of the Risen, you'll usually also have Rally by that point as well, so you can get these back and you don't really need the extra copies to keep pushing damage. So this is a card I would consider cutting to 2, although it also felt not too bad at 3. And that's the deck right there. Let me just go ahead and show you some of the other cards that you could run in a slightly alternate version of this. One other change you could make is you could play a 3rd Mystic Shot, but it's the 3-mana 3/3. So there's Practical Perfectionist and Xenotype Researchers. So that's a more value-oriented version of this deck, but still think about it and give it a try yourself. So yeah, that's the deck right there, y'all. I ended the day with a 50% win rate, so not too good, not too bad, but this deck still felt like butter to play. It was so fun, and when it goes off, it really goes off. And again, this is my favorite deck to lose with when you are going to lose that I've played in the last couple of weeks. So definitely give it a try yourself, especially if you already have most of the cards for it. That'll do it for the deck wrap-up. Thanks so much for watching this YouTube video. As always, any support means a lot to me. That includes subscriptions, likes, comments on the YouTube channel. Also, follow me on Twitch. I stream every weekday at twitch.tv/RoyceGaming. And I'll see you either in tomorrow's video, on Twitch, or sometime soon. Later.